And that's it for this module. We built our first little REST API with Node and Express. We added our middleware functions here as controllers in this separate file, and we're mapping this to incoming requests here in the routes file, where we listen for different HTTP methods and different paths, and then execute different middleware functions. You learned how to add validation, how to set up your rules, and how to then work with validation errors and possibly send back errors. We created our own error model for that, and we're using the default Express.js error handling middleware to send back a standard uniform error message if something goes wrong. In general, you learned how to work with Express and Node and how to work with that middleware concept of Express, how to parse request data, and also, of course, how to map your different routes to different filters here. That really is a lot of new things or a lot of useful things, and that is what makes up any REST API you build. Now, of course, there are missing pieces. We're not talking to a database yet. That will happen later. And we don't have a real user authentication flow. We're just doing some dummy authentication here. Now, of course, that will all be added, but we're done with the first step towards a real REST API, and therefore we can now move on to the next steps.